Hello and welcome to Module 6. This module serves as an introduction to the popular STORE model of information processing. The module discusses the application of information processing to the cognitive processes of memory and intellectual functioning. We will address in class discussion data that could lead to controversy, like not allowing older adults to drive or to revoke the driver's license of older adults, etc. Memory is influential in almost every aspect of daily life. Memory can be both an end, how much do we remember, and a means to an end, the ability to tell people about ourselves. Differences in active processing mechanisms are discussed, along with how people function in everyday life despite normative memory losses. We will look at sensory memory. Sensory memory is a brief and almost identical representation of the stimuli that exist in the observable environment and develop a clear understanding of speed of processing. In other words, how quickly and efficiently the early steps in information processing are completed. We will move on to processing resources and the amount of attention one has to apply to a particular situation, and the possible reasons for decline in processing with age, like inhibitory loss, where older adults may have difficulty inhibiting the process of irrelevant information. A big part of this module will focus on memory processes like working memory, the active processes and structure involved in holding information in the mind and using that information sometimes in conjunction with incoming information, solve a problem, make a decision, or learn new information, and how it plays an active, critical, and central role in encoding and storage, and even retrieval. Working memory capacity declines with age and seems to be related to declines in storage capacity, declines to the ability to allocate capacity to more than one task, and slower rates of information processing. Understanding that age-related declines are not universal, however, they are greater, we will delve into implicit versus explicit memory. Implicit memory, the facilitation or change in task performance that is attributable to having been exposed to information at some earlier point in time, but does not involve active explicit memory, and how results from studies are mixed. And this type of memory is generally spread from age-related declines and then explicit memory and the deliberate conscious remembering of information learned and remembered at a specific time, and how performance on explicit memory tasks declines with age. We'll look at long-term memory that involves the ability to remember whether extensive amounts of information for a few seconds or for a few hours to decades. We will also look at age differences in encoding versus retrieval. Encoding being a strategy that anything people do to make a task easier and increase the efficiency of encoding and retrieval. The spontaneous use of strategies during the learning of new information declines with age, leading to negative stereotypes in memory performance and how older adults do worse on memory tasks if they believe that age hampers memory ability. But there's hope. With the implementation of training and memory skills, training people how to remember information better through the use of memory strategies can be aimed at any adult. And use of self-evaluations of memory and the ability to, and as aspects of memory evaluations like clinical issues and memory testing. Normal versus abnormal memory and aging, and how one will separate the normal from the abnormal aging is to determine whether memory changes are affecting daily functioning, leading to technological advances in brain imaging techniques which allow the localization of problems with more precision. Finally, we'll address the memory and nutrition, food for the brain. Several components in healthy diets are essential for well-functioning memory. Welcome to Module 6.